Coach Belichick and that defense normally do a great job on quarterbacks under the age of 25. Skip, I read a stat. Quarterbacks are like 1 and 30-something against Coach Belichick under the age of 25. Only one quarterback at that age or younger has won in Foxborough in the regular season. Guess who it is, Skip? The guy that can't play. Old Cap. Colin Kaepernick of all the quarterbacks under the age of 25 to beat Coach Belichick, but that's not. We talk about that later. Look, the Patriots offense. I believe Gronk was not healthy last week. You know, he got nicked. He missed in game 4. He missed, and so he was nicked up with that ankle injury. Missed the last half of the ball game, and so I think, and it was a short turnaround, Skip. So I don't think he was fully healthy. I believe he'll be fully healthy now. They got Edelman back, so he has another week to practice under his belt. They seem to be getting Josh Norman. Now, Skip, they don't go out of their way. They don't try to throw 7, 8, 9 balls at Josh Norman.
Gordon.
I keep calling
That's all right.
But they throw enough.
Everybody throws 7 or 8, 9 balls at Josh Norman.
And they get them completed.
Yeah, I know.
They're almost hitting perfect against him. But they throw enough balls at Josh Gordon to make you know that they know he's out there, and you better pay some attention to him. 3 targets. He caught 2 the first time he was in there, got a pass interference. Last game, 4 targets, caught 2 or 3 for a touchdown. So that's what we're starting to see, Skip. They're starting to get, okay, we put a little bit more on his plate, see what he can handle. Edelman's back, Gronk's back. But the key for them is going to be Sonny Michel. Sonny Michel running that thing like I told Skip he would. I said, Skip, just be patient. See, Skip get really, really impatient. You're really impatient.
Probably wants him to be fired.
Yeah. You were that was he should have went somewhere. But Sonny Michel being able to run the ball in the spread set, and these are 2 bad defenses. These defenses are very good. So this is why I'm going very, very high scoring. I'm going to say the final score will be 38. I'm going to say 38-34.
38 to 34.
38-34.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. Because here's the thing. The mistakes that Mahomes made last week that Blake Bortles couldn't capitalize on, Tom Brady will. And he's going to get to make his own plays even if you don't make mistakes. I just don't trust the Kansas City defense. Now, I know what happened last year. They went in there and they ran roughshod over the Patriots. I don't believe that will happen. Justin Houston was healthy. I don't know if he's going to be able to play because he went out early in the game last week with a hamstring. And plus, the one thing that you can't do with the New England Patriots, you can't give them extra possessions. And we saw last week Kansas City give Blake Bortles and Jacksonville a lot of extra possessions, although they weren't able to capitalize on them. Give Tom Brady 1, 2 extra possessions and see what they hang on you.
So, I'm also picking New England, but I do not like your score. It's way too high for me, and I'll tell you why. Obviously, New England should have its way with Kansas City's defense because it's last in the league in yards allowed. But Kansas City's defense, this is a weird stat. They're 19th in points allowed. So they go from 32nd in yards all the way down to 19th in points because they bend and bend and bend and bend. But they don't break as much as you think they should, giving up that many yards, right?
Right.
Bob Sutton's a good defensive coordinator. He's a good football coach. He's not Belichick, but he's in the ballpark with Belichick. Now let's talk about the overrated Bill Belichick that you say gets 75% of the credit for the Patriot dynasty. So every time I look up, I trust the Patriot defense even less because, my God, let's just quickly go back to the Super Bowl. That was 41 points, 538 yards allowed. Eagles go 10 for 16 on 3rd down. Then at Jacksonville this year, 31 points, 480 yards given up. 10 of 14 on 3rd down was Blake Bortles' offense. Then at Detroit, 26 points allowed, 414 yards. Detroit was 7 of 14 on 3rd down. And then how about just a week ago, Thursday night, Andrew Luck. They had 439 yards to Brady's 438. So they had 1 more yard. Did Andrew Luck's offense and Andrew Luck and company on 3rd and 4th down, 9 of 18. That's horrendously bad. That's like worst defense kind of bad.
No, that belongs to Kansas City, remember?
Well, I know, but it's in the ballpark. It's close.
They gave up 450-yard passing to Blake Bortles just last week.
All right.
What is Tom Brady going to get?
So, Andy Reid, what has he done to Bill Belichick's defenses? We saw it in 2014, Game 4.
Not in the Super Bowl.
Annihilation.
Not in the Super Bowl.
Okay, well, what do you mean? They didn't play in the Super Bowl. Well, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, back to the first one.
Yeah, you
not
remember?
here. Oh, I thought you were
remember?
Kansas City.
You remember that? Right, okay.
All right, but that was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
he held him down to 21 points.
Okay, but that was way back when he actually had some defensive capability at that point. I don't know if he had players or if he's lost his fastball, but this is horrendous. So Andy Reid, this is going back to just 2014. It was 41-14 at Kansas City. It was an annihilation. And then there was that 2015 divisional round game in Foxborough. It was a cold weather game. Again, this is Alex Smith. And Patriots hung on to win 27-20, but Kansas City, Andy Reid had 378 yards to Tom Brady's 340 yards. So every time, Bill Belichick's having a hard time with Andy Reid, which led to the opener of last season, which, as you know, was just devastating. It was,
42-27.
42-27. It was a rout. It was an embarrassment. It was a humiliation. And I do not doubt that even with a first-year starting quarterback, Andy Reid will go in there and have the capability of putting up big numbers. But I think the real final score will be 35-25, but I'm not talking about points. I'm talking about minutes. I'm talking about time of possession. I'm talking about playing keep away, because Belichick is smart enough to know they've got one shot in this game, and that is to control the football.
You don't need to control. You got Tom
keep
Brady.
Patrick Mahomes in the hangar. Nope, you got him to control it. You got Sony Michel running it. You got lots of little dinks and dunks to James White, some to Sony Michel, a few underneath to Edelman, and you need to take long, hard, painstaking drives from that Kansas City defense. And I think it sets up well for Brady to do it, because they will bend and bend and bend. Then they get tough in the red zone. But when you get there, you got to at least get field goals. You got to make.
You're not going to mention Gronk?
Yeah. I just don't think he's going to be able to have much against this defense.
Well,
I don't.
no
I think
Eric
this
Berry.
is all quick stuff.
No Eric Berry.
And no Justin Houston, I think. I think he's doubtful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your best pass rusher and your best, because a lot of what happened in that first game last year, that opening Thursday night skill, is Eric Berry took Gronk one-on-one and had his way pretty much with him.
Yeah.
And so, and they weren't the same, because remember, I think he ended up tearing, didn't he end up tearing, I think he tore his Achilles in that game.
At the end of it,
Yeah,
he did.
and he missed the rest of the year. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they match up with Gronk.
Yep.
They don't really have anybody that can match up one-on-one. And if you double him, that means you're going to let Edelman go one-on-one. You want Josh Gordon one-on-one. I don't really like any of those matchups in that situation, but I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I don't love either one of these defenses, but I just trust Brady at home. They don't lose at home, especially to AFC teams, Skip.
I will bet you they don't have bombs away plays in this game plan.
But
Josh Gordon won't be a big factor in this game, and I don't think Gronk getting behind the defense will be a big
But if you look at the Patriots, they don't really ever have bombs away. They hadn't really had bombs away since Randy Moss. They're 10 yards here, 5 yards there.
Brandon Cooks, they
Yeah.
can get him deep.
But
Every once in a while, Hogan.
They're more of a jailbreak screen. Edelman moved the chain. Okay, we catch a nap and we hit Hogan on the seam. But they'll make their plays. They'll make their plays. I mean, Brady, let's be real now. Brady will check it down too. I mean, he has a high completion, but he fishing in the shallows. He's not deep sea fishing now.
Okay. Well, I think he needs to stay in the shallows all game
No.
long. Yeah.
Big fish. The big fish out deep.
He doesn't make mistakes.
You ever seen a whale at the edge? If you want big plays, you got to go down the field.
Lower scoring than you. I got Tom Brady 27, Patrick Mahomes 21. That's what I think is going to happen.
You think they're only going to score 48 points between these two teams? Oh, no.
No?
Over.
Over?
For a case of do.
Okay. All right.
All right. Appreciate it.
Good. Thank you.
Oh, Tommy. Tom, terrific.
What's your over? What is it?
They're going over 48.
Okay, what was your score?
I said
38-34.
38-34.
What's that at? You need to go over 62 to win the bet.
That's 72.
72. Yeah, 72.
No, I go over 60. No.
Go over 70.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what you said.
No, hold on, Skip.
Wait a
We
minute,
just
you
had
said-
a bet, but you tried to
it's
get
gonna
it.
be
But
over.
no, I bet you.
Oh, I thought you meant you over your score.
No, yours.
Huh?
You got it. They're going over 48. Huh? They're going over 48. You said 27-21.
Okay, but you're not giving me any leeway at all. I got to have some mid ground at least.
Well, they got to go over 48.
Well, you went all the way to 72.
I give you 50. They'll go over 50. How about that?
No.
59
What's
and a
halfway between 72 and 48?
No, get out.
What is it? It would be
Skip, that's not how you bet.
right.
Skip,
That's how I bet.
If I go to the window in Vegas, I don't say I want to place a bet,
We're
and then
not
they come
in
back and
Vegas.
says,
We're
okay,
doing this right
well, how
here.
about this? You give us this bet. Yeah.
No, we're doing your score versus my score, and we'll do a midpoint.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Cause I'm trying to win here. You won't even give me a bet on the Cowboys, your team.
I said I will take 10 points
No.
because you said they're going to win by 11. Why not? Why not?
Head up. We go head up with the Cowboys. You don't
Head
give me.
up.
You don't give me. I didn't give you.
I'm the underdog.
Last year when the Broncos
You
played
got
the
Blake
Cowboys.
Bortles.
When
What do
the
you want?
Cowboys played the Broncos last year, I took no points.
Bringing up old stuff now.
You're only down 10 cases.
No, 9.
9,
Yep.
maybe. Okay, I'll give you 9.
I'm gonna get it back because we got 48.
Okay, I'll go halfway between that. Whatever
Okay,
that
I tell you what. 48-48. 48 win for the Lakers. 48 points for the.
No.
Hold on.
Let's settle this in a
You're trying
commercial
to-
break. Why is Hugh Jackson telling his players to be careful around
Yeah,
Snoop
why?
Dogg?
You're trying to swindle me.
We'll
That is
discuss that
true.
next.
I am-
Have you noticed everything has a day? For instance, January 21st is National Hugging Day. But anyone can give a hug. Even this guy, he gives great hugs. But you do way more than give hugs.